Assalamu alaikum. Should I be chasing money or focusing on my spirituality at 16? Lately, I've been caught up thinking about making money. I see other teens online showing off their earnings, and it makes me feel like I'm falling behind. Like I'm falling behind if I'm not hustling nonstop. But then I stop and think, what's the point of all that money if I don't even really know myself yet? I've started meditating, journaling, and just slowing down, and it's been helping me a lot more. I'm starting to see that building myself spiritually and getting closer to Allah now will actually help me manage money better later on. So I'm not really pick so I'm not really picking one over the other. I'm just trying to move with intention, grow my mindset and skills together. Any advice will be appreciated. So, should you be focusing on money or getting closer to Allah at 16? You know, a lot of the times we see this like TikToks and stuff, it's like 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds being millionaires on top of condos, having these cars and stuff. But you need to realize that everyone is on their own journey. This might be cliche and stuff, but genuinely, like, from the ages of like 15 to like 25 is just a patience game. It's just a patient. You just have to be patient. Because these 8 years are just for you to grow and learn and improve your skills. Does that mean just stay at home all day long? Okay, Ahmed said just be patient, bro. So that means I'll just sit at home and not do anything. No, be patient, but be consistent. Because this is your youth right now. This is your youth, and if you use this youth pursuing girls, partying, etc., it's gonna go away and you won't have that time again. Of course, money is not a bad thing, bro. Like, we have Muslims. Most Muslims have this notion of oh, bro, if you have money, you can't be pious. If you have to be poor as a Muslim, bro, because that makes you more pious. It makes you close to Allah. Yani, bro, where did you get that from, bro? The 10 companions that were promised Jannah, most of them, I think 7 or 8 of them, were wealthy. They were wealthy businessmen. You know what I mean? Having wealth is not a bad thing. It's just how you use it. I think it's the one hadith. It's how wonderful is blessed money or something like that. But the whole point is, imagine having good money, halal money, and imagine that money being in the hands of a good righteous brother too. You know what I mean? Not only do you have halal rizq, halal provisions, but it's also in the hands of a good righteous brother. Now these two things go together, and they help out the world. Not only is this guy a beacon of inspiration, a beacon of hope, and what's the word, role model, I guess, for other people just want to follow in his footsteps, but he's also using his halal money to change others, to help others, to benefit the ummah, to benefit the society, to forbid evil and enjoin good. Do you get me? So this whole notion of okay, bro, if I chase money, I can't be pious. Or this whole notion of, okay, if I focus on getting closer to Allah, I can't chase money. Why does it have to be either or? Why do you have to choose, bro? Do both. The companions as Sahaba radiallahu anhuma, they weren't picking either or, you know what I mean? They were improving their business, they were improving their wealth, they were improving their livelihoods, but they were also getting close to Allah. They were improving themselves, improving the taqwa, etc. So I see other teens online showing off their earnings. This is a big problem nowadays. It's so easy to compare yourself. Comparison is a thief of joy. Imagine you come home from a long day, right? Just imagine yourself. You finish all your homework. You hit the gym, etc. You come home. You want to chillax. Although you've done your work for the day, although you've actually successfully done your work for the day, you come home, but you open up TikTok. The first video you see is a brother just like your age, or maybe even younger, driving around in Lambo. He has this nice house. He has the better house than you. He has the better better livelihood than you. He has more money than you. Even though you finished all your work that was required of you today, you prayed, you went to the gym, you etc. You did your work. You studied. You worked on yourself, etc. 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 Even though you did what was asked of you that day, you see someone else life, someone else's livelihood. Now all of a sudden, what you just did for the whole day, that goes out the window. That goes out the window because you're thinking to yourself, bro, bun everything I just did. This guy is living better than me, so I'm not doing enough. Do you get me? Let me repeat myself. You see the video, and then instantly you think to yourself, bro, what I just did for the day, even though it was healthy for me and good for me, throw that out the window. Why am I not doing enough? Because this guy's living better than living better than me. Do you get me? Now all of a sudden, it makes you feel like you're falling behind and you need to be hustling non-stop. Do you get me? Even though you prayed on time, you read your Quran, you went to the gym, you did all your homework, you worked on yourself, etc., etc., etc. You see this other waste man, like probably a kafir, he has riba, etc. You see this guy showing off his like cars and stuff, and now all of a sudden, your hard work goes out the window, and now you feel like you're behind. You're a loser. You're a bum. It's weird, bro. It really is weird. It genuinely is weird. So many people struggle with this, And then you start to think like, he says, and then I stop and think, what's the point of all that money if I don't even really know myself yet? So then you start pursuing this money because it's like, okay, you see this guy living, and you start thinking like, yo, maybe getting closer to Allah is not all that, bro. Maybe it's not all that. Because what if getting close to Allah is slowing me down in my financial journey? Have you thought of that before? Most Muslim men think of this. They see someone living lavish, and then they start thinking, yo, this guy's not even praying, he's not even a Muslim. But I'm a Muslim. So what if I just stop getting closer to Allah, and collect this extra energy, collect this extra time, and channel this in towards my career, my financial life. You know what I mean? So many people fall down this rabbit hole. Don't do that, bro. Getting close to Allah does not mean you're wasting time. It does not mean you're missing out. It does not mean it does not mean, okay, since you're getting close to Allah, you're missing out on this type of money, you're missing out on this type of girl, you have a wife, and a halal wife, and houses, etc. Brother, where does the wealth come from? You tell me. Where does the wealth come from? Where does the risk come from? It comes from Allah. Do you get me? This guy on TikTok, he might have everything you ever want, but deep inside, he's miserable. His heart is broken. His heart is black. This guy's popping Xanax, depressed with his life. But here you are living a modest, simple life. You're grinding. You're waking up for Fajr. You're consistent. You have sabr. You pray. You make dua. You're consistent. Although you might be nowhere near his financial level yet, you're building the foundation up. Do you get me? You're living a simple, modest, halal life. You're not popping Xanax. You're not popping Perkies on the side. You're staying away from all that, and you're building your foundation up. And do you really think, bro, when you're living that halal life, you're living that simple, modest life, you really think Allah is gonna be like, okay, yo, bun this guy, even though he's obeying me, screw this guy, I'm not gonna give him what he wants? Ajib, no, bro. If you're pleasing Allah, He's gonna please you. Simple as that, gang. It's just like that, twin. Come on. If you please Allah, He's gonna please you, bro. Simple as that. This TikTok guy, he's not pleasing Allah in any way, shape, or form. That's why he's depressed. That's why he's doing drugs. That's why that's why he's like doing haram zina intercourse with like some random stripper every weekend to fill that void. But your void has already been filled with Allah. You're pleasing Him, bro. That's why I say 15 to 25, bro. Just be sabr. Just be consistent, cause your time will come, bro. If you're constantly improving yourself, you're building, your foundation, you're being consistent, you're sabr, making dua, praying, pleasing Allah, and you're like, you know what I mean? Your time will come, bro, inshallah. Your time will come. because you're putting Allah first. And now think about it, bro. You're gonna be like that person, inshallah, when the time comes, when your time is here, you're gonna be that, inshallah, of course, you're gonna be that halal, righteous, pious brother that people can look up to, and you also have that halal, permissible rizq with you. You have that halal wealth with you. Good guy with good amount money, man. Good guy with good money. That's like a two-piece combo, bro. That's like a two-piece combo. Imagine you get to that level. Imagine the good you can spread in the world, bro. You forbid evil and you're enjoying good. Imagine you get to that level, you're forbidding evil, you're enjoying good. Bro, you have a good heart and you have good money. My guy, you gonna be like the next like Thanos, bro. Halal Thanos, you know what I mean? Like you gonna be like a superhero. Like people are gonna be like, yo, this guy's an inspiration, bro. This guy's an inspiration for me. This guy, he grinded, he was consistent, he didn't fall into these temptations, he didn't let these wasteland on TikTok get to him. And now look at him, bro. He's alhamdulillah, he's has a halal relationship, he has a halal house, halal income. He's a good guy. Let me try to be like him, bro. You're gonna be an inspiration for other young Muslim men. You're gonna be the reason why Muslim men don't go down this dusty, get rich quick path. Instead of inspiring kids to sell drugs and get money, cause you're also gonna get rich selling drugs, right? No, you're gonna get kids off of that path. You're gonna get kids to actually do what's halal, do what's right. You're gonna be an inspiration, bro. So it's all about, bro. It's all about. Don't be like right here. You see these other teens like these waste man, bro. Don't even call them teens. They're the waste juice, bro. Don't listen to first of all, I recommend you check out my other videos. Stay away from that type of content. Comparison is a thief of joy. But when you see these types of videos, bro, just think to yourself, they have what I don't have. I mean, they don't. I have what they don't have. You know what I mean? I have what they don't have. I have Allah. I have Him. I have Allah on my side. They don't have that. They resort to drugs. They resort to partying to fill that void. But I'm building up my foundation. I'm building up my my pieces one by one. My time will come. And when it does come, inshallah, I'm gonna be a means of goodness in the world. I'm gonna be a means of benefit to the ummah. I'm gonna be benefiting the ummah, not these waste juice on TikTok. Do you get me? So, that's it, bro. Don't put Don't be like, okay, bro. Just don't have the mindset of, okay, I need to get rich, but I'm only gonna get rich if I get rid of Allah. No, bro, don't do that. Do both at the same time, because it's like let me give you gooners like an example, okay? It's kind of like playing like a video game. You know what I mean? You can't spam your special move instantly. Do you get me? You know what I mean? Imagine you have two special abilities, okay? They take time to charge up. Do you get me? You can't just keep spamming them. It's kind of the same thing with financial and spirituality in this example, right? You're charging up your relationship with Allah. You're charging up your discipline. You're charging up your financial career. You know what I mean? And when it fully charges up, your fruits are gonna blossom. Your fruits are gonna be, they're gonna come out and be ready to eat, ready to harvest. But until then, just keep grinding, just keep leveling up, cause you're not at your superpower yet. You know what I mean? Do you get me? You're not at your superpower yet. So do both at the same time, bro. Don't ever have that mindset of, okay, bro, I need to get rich, but to get rich, I need to just not get close to Allah, or put less focus on Allah, because that's gonna take away from my time and I can't. No, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Do you get me? So this was my answer to this brother right here. I hope you benefited. If you guys want to join this community, it's like pretty much just like a social media. Halal social media for Muslim brothers just like you, bro. Just like you. We have, come in, ask these questions. Let me just like this real quick. Come and ask these questions. Ask for advice. Share your wins. Tell us about your stories. Ask for help. Etc. And we do a bunch of polls here. There's also, I'm also gonna be starting this weekly brotherhood call with me. So you join pretty much. I'm gonna be going over a topic and you ask questions. I bring you guys on stage kind of thing, and we can have a one-to-one conversation. There's also full length courses here, bro. full length, like this whole thing. I think it's like at least 2-3 hours. So if you want to learn how to quit your haram habits and stuff, it's like a proper step by step guide on how to do that. There's so much stuff here, bro. And it's super cheap too. I could have made this like so much money, but it's super cheap. You know, come in, join in, say assalamu alaikum, and ask for help. And it's just a good place to be, man. You know what I mean? So assalamu. If you benefit from this, subscribe. It's gonna be the first link in the description. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.